Hi guys, Karen here with another video. Welcome back to our channel. Today I am planting garlic, and these are huge garlic. I purchased this garlic from an organic grower from the farmer's market. I purchased it to use. These are some small ones that I got from the store, but the big ones I purchased her so that I could plant them because they were so big. And I'm going to plant some turnips and beets today, hopefully. So before I told you guys that, I forgot that I had to dig an area. And as you can see, I've already created an outline for myself along the edge because I want to make sure that the garlic has room to grow and that I can put daffodils and tulips all inside the main area. All inside here. And I already have some Swiss chard and broccoli planted. So now I'm just getting started digging up the bed or making an edge for it. And now I'm just making sure that edge is nice and clean so that the hubster never goes into the bed when he's cutting the grass or edging. This is time for my favorite part, which is laying down all of the soil. And I got this I'm using the soil that was from the ground before I go and use soil from our composting area. So now all of this black soil is from our compost bin. Yes, you heard it, ladies and gentlemen. This is from our compost bin. I'm so proud of it. It's very, very rich. And so I wanted to make sure that we used as much of it as we could. And now this whole area has been filled in. And I'm going to let it sit like this overnight because this took a long time today. So I didn't really get a chance to plant anything. So this was day one and we finished this. I'll plant the garlic on tomorrow. So I started out, it was a beautiful day. And these are some huge heads of garlic. Some, huge bulbs. I'm actually excited to see how they turn out because, as you know, the bigger the bulb is, that's potentially how big your bulb of garlic will be. So I'm just trying to make sure that I get them deep into the soil. Also, I'm not just cutting into the soil. I have to go beyond that into the soil underneath. So through that grass, through the cardboard that I placed down, then into that grass, and then down in there, trying to make sure that there's enough room for the garlic to grow. And I'm excited too because it's the beginning of bulb planting season. And if you're like me, you'll be out soon planting some daffodils and tulips for next year's spring. And so this garlic won't be ready until probably June of next year. The end of May, June of next year. If you're planting garlic, this is our second year planting garlic. If you're planting garlic, you want to put it 3 to 4 inches into the ground. And you want a nice sunny spot. Last year when I planted garlic, one area, that area didn't grow as well in our raised bed because it didn't receive as much sun as it needed. But I wanted to make sure that this area got a ton of sun. The more sun, the better, especially during these cold, winterish months. We don't get harsh winters here. It can get cold, but not like harsh. But you still want a nice sunny spot. And all I'm doing is just going along the edge of here. And that way I know exactly where these garlic bulbs are. So when it's time to retrieve them next year, I don't get confused between my daffodil and tulip bulbs. And I know exactly where they were planted. And I hopefully, because right now I'm planting, I think this was over, 22 bulbs of garlic. So right now it's just 22 that I'm planting today. And if I want to get some more, I will. But so far, last year, I just wanted to plant enough so I get good practice. Because last year I think I planted 64 bulbs, but I didn't retrieve. I only was able to harvest, I think 15, and that's due to the lack of sun. And because the 15 that I was able to harvest, those were in a sunny raised bed spot. But we'll see how it goes. Practice makes perfect, right? And also, I like planting them where I can see them all the time. And that way, you have a better idea of how they're doing on a daily basis. Also, it's fun to see something that you've put in the ground so long ago come up. And also, who doesn't like to save a little bit of money not having to buy bulbs of garlic? And also, the garlic that I purchased from the lady at the farmer's market was so fragrant and delicious. And I was like, I have to use these as my seedlings for this. It's just a really nice day today. How are you guys doing? Are any of you planting your garlic or planting garlic in your garden? What are some of the things that what are some of the bulbs that you're hoping to get into the ground? One of my videos coming up will be me planting the bulbs here in the front, as well as replenishing some of the bulbs, tulip and daffodil bulbs in the back in our raised beds. One of the gentlemen from the Durham Garden Center let me know that he was not selling any tulips this year, tulip bulbs, because in our zone, he doesn't believe that it gets cold enough for the tulip bulb to actually properly germinate. So I'm not going to plant as many tulips as I did last year, but how are tulips doing in your area? And do you have any suggestions for areas that don't get as cold as others? I hope you all are able to hear some of the sounds of the birds in the background. It's so beautiful. It's a peaceful, really peaceful sound. Also, if I plant in the front, my garlic, the squirrels aren't watching me because they can, wreak havoc. Last year, as soon as I would plant different bulbs, they would go right behind and dig it up. It's funny how you never know that they're actually watching. And it was kind of like they wanted to see, like, what is she planting? But this year I'm like, well, I've never seen them in our front yard. So hopefully they don't come up here. So I'm almost done. with everything. And actually adding this compost, it made everything so much easier. And getting it done on a very cool day made it easier as well, because I was able to dig down as far as I needed to. And this was after a day of rain, so the ground was easy to break up and go straight through the cardboard into the soil. It's just a beautiful day outside. So I was just taking it all in. I'm narrating it after the fact, due to also having neighbors outside who, most of them don't do vegetable gardens, but a lot of them do flower gardens. And so sometimes we all find ourselves outside around the same time. But it's fun because they're always interested in what I'm doing. So I do voiceovers because I'm too shy being outside to talk to the camera. But today I actually have it set up, so that was very intriguing for some of my neighbors. But I hope you guys found this video helpful. Let me know how planting is going in your area, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.